CEO.
Former CEO.
If you allow me, I will read. I've prepared a small speech. Katika mkutano wa hivi karibuni wa SADC uliofanyika hapa Dar es Salaam, moja ya mazimio yaliyokuchiliwa na wajumbe ilikuwa kutambua Kiswahili kama moja ya lugha ramzi inayotumiwa na tuma za SADC. Ninajikuta kuwa inanibidi kufuata msimamo na kujifunza lugha ya kipekee inayozungumzwa Afrika Mashariki, hasa kwa sasa nikiwa mkaa wa hapa Tanzania kwa muda. Karibu. Thank you very much for the opportunity. Firstly, greetings to all who are gathered here, especially I see that these members of media who are here. The most important component of our sport in Africa and the whole world, it's media. So we are very excited that you've honored the invitation from Christian Magori, our former CEO, to come and grace us with your presence as the announcement of my new appointment at the club. I also would like to take the opportunity to appreciate the opportunity that this gigantic club has offered me. Simba is a very big club, not only in East Africa. I've done a lot of research and I've been following the club for a couple of months now. I can't claim that I've been following it for all these years, but for the couple of months I've been following Simba and I've learned that it's a big club. We can only take it to the next level. We can ensure that it's not only an East African-based club, rather it's an African giant like all these other big giants that we know of in Africa. I'm joining Simba Sports Club at a very crucial stage of its transformation. And I must convey my excitement in the achievement that the club has achieved so far. Transforming is not an easy process. It takes time, it takes sacrifice. There's always people who believe, others don't believe in the process. But I think this is the right path. It has happened in a number of big clubs around the world. I must say that football is unique in every country and every continent. I'm sure that this is the same here in Tanzania with its football. Please do not expect any miracles from me, except that there's going to be several reforms in the club. And these reforms are aimed at shaping the new dawn of professional approach at Simba Sports Club. I commit to a transparent, professional, and collective leadership in my secretariat. I expect to meet many different stakeholders within the club to agree on some few issues and also agree on terms of reference as to how best to move forward. This is a very, very, very unique club with its unique history and norms. It is important to acknowledge this as I embark on my duties to ensure that Simba Sports Club legacy and its history remains intact. I'm sure that one of the burning questions from most of you gathered here is that, where am I going to start? What is that I'm going to do first to ensure that we achieve what we intend to achieve? Well, in brief, the following are the key focus areas which I intend to perfect during my tenure as the CEO of Simba Sports Club. Firstly, the internal restructuring. We need to have an independent professional management structure to drive the club forward. Secondly, transformation of football. Recruitment of players, alignment of all the development teams. You know, there's this concept in football that a club is a senior team that's playing the Premier League. A club consists of a number of teams, from juniors, ladies clubs, all the way to the senior team. That's what makes the club. So I believe that if we insist and put systems in place to ensure that the football part of this club is transformed, we will be able to achieve most of desired outcomes. Thirdly, I want to focus on promotion of Simba Sports Club as a selling brand in East Africa and the rest of the continent. We need to take Simba to the world. We need to employ aggressive marketing and selling of this brand. As an example, in Spain, a few years ago, I mean, a number of clubs reformed, and one of the best things that they managed to do, even in England, is to sell their brand beyond their borders. It is important for us to ensure that Simba is not seen only as a giant in Tanzania, East Africa, but the entire African continent. In that way, we ensure that even when we start competing at the CAF level, we are able to hold our own. I know that recently there was a very big disappointment that we were knocked out of the CAF Champions League in the first round. Well, that is a running curve. We need to do better. We need to ensure that in the next round of matches, we are prepared and ready for that competition. The other aspects which we would like to focus on, the development of new business. You know, we need to diversify our revenue streams. I know that it's history in Tanzania and East Africa that clubs are run through members, through donations, through gate takings and all that. We need to find ways to better get revenues for the club. Gone are those days whereby we just wait for the boss to give money, take the money, play the players, and then we move on. We need to find ways. How do we get business? You know, how do we ensure that the club has got enough funds to sustain itself going forward? You understand? So these are the ways in which we're looking at going forward to ensure that we diversify in terms of our revenue streams. The most important thing, the transformation of fans from being fans and members to being customers. What is the use of having 65,000 supporters at the stadium, but those supporters or fans just remain fans? Let's turn those supporters into customers. So when you are a Simba member, you know that I'm a customer of Simba. Every 2 shillings that I spend, they must be spent towards ensuring that Simba becomes a better club. Everything that we do, we must start thinking Simba. How we spend our money, how we do our things. I know that Mr. Magore, there's a number of initiatives that have already started under your leadership to ensure that there's loyalty cards that we've introduced recently. So those things will ensure that you not only see yourself as a Simba sports club member or fan, rather a customer to this a big club. So we employ a number of strategies to ensure that we become business partners in this project. So these are a few focus areas I thought I would share with you. And of course, I will expand on all of these areas in details in the next few weeks. It's not going to be smooth sailing. I'm aware that there's going to be challenging circumstances. It's never easy. You know, change is not always easy. It comes with its own challenges, you know. And I'm not coming here with a big-headed attitude to say that I'll change things. I understand that the landscape is different. There are people that have been here longer than I was who know the space better. So I'll be looking forward to working with everybody as we navigate this important transformation of this beautiful club. In closing, I would like to assure you that this list is not only thing that we'll focus on. We'll be announcing several short-term strategies to ensure that we remain relevant in the African continent. After, of course, the devastating first-round exit in the CAF Champions League. We are currently Premier League champions. We need to defend our Vodacom Premier League Championship. You know, that's what we focus on in football. We have a Federation Cup, we've got Sports Pesa Challenge, and Mapinduzi Cup competition to play. So I said, it's not all easy. It's not all over because CAF is gone. We've got all these important competitions that we need to focus on. So I would also say that Coach Patrick Osasem and his technical team, they have a lot of work to do ahead of them, and we need to continue supporting their efforts, and we must ensure that we fill those stadiums. What I've seen when I came to Simba CEO, when you invited me for the open day, I've been here in the country for some time now. I managed to hide myself. But when I was here during the Simba day, I was fascinated, you know. I've been all over the African continent, you know. We are the only people that come close to what Simba can do are the North Africans. Even back home, the only clubs that are close, you know them, there's only 2. Now there's a third one that is a recent CAF champions, Mamelodi Sundowns. So I was very, very impressed. So I'm saying let's not only fill the stadiums when we have Simba Day. let all the Simba Premier League matches be as full as it was during the Simba day. Haji, I've been following you from media. The work you do with the club is amazing. So we need to continue to ensure that people come to the stadium. There is no need sitting at home and not coming. By coming to the stadium, at least that 10 shilling that we pay for the gate intake assist the club to go forward. Your singing, your cheering of the players makes us, more lethal in front of our opposition. So I'm putting in a plea to all our fans and members of Simba. Let's come to our matches. Let's support this club. We've got a lot of things to worry about. KEF is behind us. We've got a number of commitments that we need to worry about.